Welcome back to the Pokemos channel. Happy February. I have big plans for this month. I want to get into it, really lock in and be great. Honestly, this is an account that is free to play. I have not bought anything at all. I have not spent any Pokegold whatsoever. So this is what I should kind of note this account to be as. It really is one of those accounts. It's going to be really hard to do a lot of things, but I wanted to make my first couple of trades. I said I made a Discord for trading and I will link it down below. Unfortunately, not too many people were active with it, and honestly, I don't blame them. It's really hard to trade. A lot of people don't like how trading is. It's very, very costly no matter what you're looking to do. But shout out to T. He told me he wanted to trade. He messaged me privately and I told him I was down. There was a card he needed that I needed and all that. So we were able to make it work out very, very lightly with the 3 diamonds. This was going to be my first ever trade and I thought I would go ahead and make a video on it. And we're not only going to trade 1 card, we're going to go ahead and trade 3 total, including 2 EXs. Yes, EXs will be traded, but this is the process for anyone to see. Basically, you go ahead and confirm, they confirm. It's a double-ended thing, so if you don't like something, I like the whole detail with the trade info. You see that, for example, my Weezing goes from 3 to 2. It tells you if it's English, what language, all that. And I will be getting a muck in 1 quantity, so I will have go from 0 to 1. I like all that. Do you like to finalize? They ask you multiple times if you're sure and all that. And then this is gonna be where we see how it goes. Beautiful, beautiful animations. Obviously, the main problem is how much it costs overall. It's very, very costly. And that's something we gotta like emphasize because they need to fix that. They said they are hearing us and they're working on it to make it better. I understand, and I said from the beginning, I understand why they made it the way it is. They don't want people trading for actual money, for example. They don't want people making millions of accounts and being able to trade with themselves. I just hate that it does seem very much like that they're working to make it pay to win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, only people who pay can really trade. You see here, we're at 430 tokens. I did show in a previous video when I was trying to make my tokens. This was before they gave us free ones because they did end up giving us some free stuff. At this time, you see I still have 0 trade hourglasses, so they hadn't given us any of that stuff yet, but they do eventually, which is dope. T then tried to initiate another deal with me for a Raichu, but it turns out he was just trying to give it to me because I needed it, and I was like, nah, bro, like, I appreciate it, but if I'm not going to be able to give you something in return, it doesn't make sense. Because at the end of the day, I can go ahead and pick up this card with my tokens or whatever, not tokens, my pack points. So I basically said no, I terminated it, I wanted to read, and basically it rejects it and brings it back to him. Now, we did make up a deal for an EX, and I was like, all right, let's do this. I like that it shows you exactly what you have, what you can trade for, and then I find out that I don't have enough. I need a total of 500 and I only had 430 to make it happen. So I had to back out. My mans was waiting for me. We had to try to see if we had any genetic apex to get rid of. Literally, it's so weird how you have to get rid of cards. The problem with getting rid of cards is you need to have 2. So you have to like be able to get rid of your 3rd, your 4th, your 5th. You can't get rid of if you have like 2 and get rid of 1. In trading, you can, which is dope. In trading, even if you have 1 card, you could get rid of it and have 0. That does not matter at all. So I don't know why they don't do it the opposite, but we got our 100 points for that. Thankfully, I had an extra Bulbasaur, so I was like, all I need is technically 2. I'm never making flares. I don't care about any of that stuff. So I was able to go ahead and take this Exeggutor. One of the cards I was not able to pull throughout my time playing this game. I definitely wanted the card. So he wanted a Charizard. I only have 2 of them, so I was gonna give away 1 of them, but thankfully I have a different Charizard EX, the one with the full art. So I was like, all right, no worries, I'm not too going crazy or anything like that. I'm gonna be okay. And even if I didn't, he was really nice to me. He was trying to help me out, so I was like, regardless, I was gonna help him out. I don't use Charizard EX to begin with, so this was an easy trade on my end. I just had to make sure I had 500, so he agreed. I agreed. I'm not using Executor either, but it's nice to have. I might want to run it with Celebi. A lot of people run it like that. And especially with the new decks dropping, you guys are going to see how I plan to open up a bunch of packs and try to get this new set as fast as possible without spending any money, because it's going to be hard. But thankfully, challenges and little things of that nature, I already pretty much knocked out all my challenges, and I'm going to be making a video on that tomorrow. So I hope you guys are ready for that. I'm doing my best to stay locked in this time around, and we finally were able to complete that missing piece right there. So if you can see, we're pretty much all the way as you slide down. We're good till 82. 82, we have the first 82 Pokemon. The 83rd is what we're missing, and we're making progress. Definitely making some progress. I would have loved that Raichu, but I'm not gonna force it. We'll get it when we get it. And I see that I'm missing a bunch of Machokes in general, and I'm just missing things that we could do better. Shout out to T. We throw him a thanks every single time. And here are the pack points I was talking about, all right? I obviously can go ahead and exchange. We see it's 500 for an EX, and then for a 3-star, it's 150. So it would make sense that I would trade for EXs if I can, so I can save my pack points on those. And then the 3-stars or anything of that nature, I can easily get and pick up from pack points. But I don't want to do that yet. I don't really want to trade either that much until there's like, that's the only thing I'm missing in a pack, because otherwise you're better off still opening packs, wishing for the best out of them. Basically till you have like 1 card left in a pack, or 2 or 3, and then you trade for those remaining pieces so you never have to open that pack again. I wanted to see if I had anything else I could exchange at all, and there was nothing. Everything I had only 2 of. I was trying to find something to exchange for, because he wanted to do 1 more EX trade, and unfortunately I was looking really down, really bad. We weren't finding anything, not here nor there, just didn't exist. So what do you do in a situation like that? There's nothing to do. Absolutely nothing. I started looking at 3 diamonds and 4 diamonds. I don't know if I was saying stars instead of diamonds. Sometimes I do that, so I apologize if I messed up. Just looking for anything, just anything to exchange. They have to find something. Something's gotta be able to go, and I was able to find these guys all the way at the end. These are the only 2 cards I could get rid of. The Aerodactyl down there, as well as that big Snorlax I had 2 extra copies of, but they only give me 25. So even that isn't worth it. And then the other aspect is, like, a lot of times, even if it is worth it, I just got rid of a card that I was going to be able to trade to somebody. But it's okay, because technically I could trade up to 1 left. But once I noticed that I still needed a whole lot more to go, I was only at 55. Even with an exchange here, I was going to get to 80. 1 more would get me to 100. There was zero way I was going to be able to make 1 more trade. It just wasn't going to happen. The exchange rates are too high at the end of the day. And I hope you guys are realizing this and saving up. Wait till they do some kind of changes. They said they're going to be giving us more and more free options at this. Because overall, getting rid of something like this is not worth it. Getting rid of something even higher, I know I could search throughout. But if I ever did get an extra Charizard EX, since I can't actually trade this, I might actually exchange it for 300, possibly. That is something I'm thinking about. If I ever do, maybe I do. But thanks to the development team, they did give us a total of 500 with 120 hourglasses, which once again, if they didn't give us this, I had 0 business, 0 opportunity, 0 chance to do another trade for a long time. So once again, when I need a trade, who do I look to? Somebody who already requested a trade with me. Shout out to T once again. Make sure you guys go ahead and join our Discord. I'm going to try to make it more and more active. He was giving me my Pikachu EX, which I didn't have a single version of, and he wanted a Gengar. So it works out that we can exchange things that we both have. And I didn't even know, you see Celebi there? That threw me off so much. I didn't know we could trade Mythical Islands. I thought we couldn't at first. Did they just update that, or was that always the case? What is this? That definitely threw me off guard for a spin. But we're gonna go ahead here and confirm. Say okay. Okay, take your Gengar, man. There's so many things you got okay with, and that's fine. I think it's better to be safe than sorry. We proposed the trade, now they gotta accept it, and they requested or accepted it right away. So you can see right after we went ahead and made our 3rd and final trade for the time being. Once again, I had a couple other people that wanted trades, even though they were cards I didn't need or want, and I'm gonna try to find a way. if it's easier in the future for me to get points and stuff and tokens, I'll do giveaways. I'd rather give away cards that you guys need as opposed to just me getting cards that I need and all that stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys are saving or using your pack points accordingly, using them smart, using them efficiently. I think trading is good. It just needs a revamp, and hopefully they do revamp it the way we need them to. They said they've been talking about it, seeing it and all that, and listening, and hopefully they are. The top tier stuff are, since we can't trade for them in general, that's what I'm saving for, because I'm never gonna get these cards. How am I gonna pull them? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Be on the lookout for tomorrow's video, plus me opening all these packs for free that I can't wait to show you guys how I'm getting all of them. I'm gonna do a 10 pack soon, as well as another 10, as well as just getting so many free packs that I've been grinding so hard for, and I can't wait to show you guys all that. Trying to make a new deck so we're not using the same old decks always, even though it's fine. My deck right now, I'm still pretty sure I can do a lot of great work with until I can build some of the newer meta decks out there. With all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying to be more on point with this. I hope to make some really cool content for you guys moving forward. So if you're new, please subscribe, smash that like, and I'll see y'all soon.